Jeremy
Eli
Shockey,
Manning.
Eli Manning, Tiki
Eli
Barber.
Manning.
Saquon Barkley. Oh, I'm sorry. That's too soon.
Joe Morris. Phil Simms.
They select a do-over so they can tell Daniel Jones to take a hike.
They definitely need a do-over.
Yes, they do.
They definitely need a do-over. Okay,
Yes.
dog, forgive us. At number 4, the New England Patriots.
The New England Patriots select Velveeta to replace Kraft mac and cheese.
At number 5, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Let's see. They select as a package deal Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, Jungle Boy Jack Perry, Christian Cage, Adam Copeland, and Hangman Adam Page. All while now the new coach being Tony Khan.
Oh, God. At number 6, we have the I'll say the official name, Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah, the Las Vegas Raiders select Oakland. You need to go back.
Mm-hmm. At number 7, here we go. The New York Jets.
Miss Piggy. So they Miss Piggy. No. I told a lie. I said Brett Favre so he can mentor Aaron Rodgers or Aaron Rodgers.
Oh,
but
God.
As Coffee correctly pointed, Aaron Rodgers is no longer there.
Mm-hmm. At number 8, we have the Carolina Panthers.
Jesus. Well, really good medical insurance for Bryce Young because that O-line's going to get him killed.
Yeah, that O-line's going to get him obliterated.
Mm-hmm.
We stay south. At number 9, we have the New Orleans Saints.
Drew Brees' arms. Look, I've always said Drew Brees was a surgeon. One of my favorite quarterbacks is, not named Troy Aikman, is Drew Brees because it's how smart and meticulous he was at picking defenses apart.
Yes. At number, At number 10, we have the Chicago Bears.
Let's see. The Bears select a deep dish pizza. No, actually, they need a line.
Yes.
They need an O-line.
They need a line.
Because, like I said before, Caleb Williams has promise. That's one thing that this season has shown me is he's got promise.
Mm-hmm.
By able to make plays with his feet. And he does have a bit of an arm.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what he needs is time.
Yeah.
That's something he was not given this year.
I'll agree with that. At number 11, we have my beloved 49ers.
Greed.
You ain't right.
No, I was going to say the 49ers select a med bag.
Yeah. A couple of med bags.
What they need is a little bit of help on the defensive side because offensively, they're pretty much set with CMC, Georgiana Kittle. I don't really think that Debo's going anywhere. You got Ayuk and Brock Purdy.
I don't think Debo's going anywhere either.
Yeah, I think
this is the same song and dance that he did 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And until I see it, I'm not believing it.
Right. What I think they need is time to heal up and get healthy.
A full off. The 49ers select a full off season.
Yes.
A full off season. At number 12, your Cowboys.
Jesus was one of them. No. The Cowboys select a rocket ship to send Gerald Jones to the moon. In all sheer honesty, what we need is a bell cow running back.
Thank you.
Something to take the edge off of Dak Prescott. If we're gonna go with him, and this is the thing I need to express to the Moroccan Republic. If we're gonna go with Dak Prescott, if we're gonna keep the song and dance of Dak Prescott, we got to protect him. That means we need a better line. That means we need more receivers. Now, Kavonte Turpin's starting to get into that mode. He's starting to get David Hester mode. If he does anything like what he's done this year, he's going to be something special. You take some of the edge off of CD Lamb, and you need a bell cow running back. Now, I like Rico Dowdle, but that's not someone who I would go with for a full 18 game season.
Not as a 3-down back. No,
right.
Not as a 3-down back.
We need to get bell cow running back out of the draft. I know Genty is someone of contention. Hopefully, we get him.
Mm-hmm.
But again, if we're going to get him, we also have to protect him as well.
Yes.
So, running game, a little bit of defensive help just to take some of the pressure off of Micah Parsons, and get a line to help out Dak and get the rest going.
At 13, we have the Miami Dolphins. I could hear the wheels turning.
Continuous concussion protocol for Tua, but see, the Dolphins are hard for me to really judge because yes, they have brilliance with Tua there. Tua is a tough dude.
Oh yeah.
But the hits he's taking are unnecessary, and they're becoming more dangerous and more terrifying with each time he gets sent to the ground. What they need to do is get a better offensive line, and maybe get someone as a backup so that he doesn't have to play every game. Because with more times he's out there taking hits, the worse it's going to be.
At 14, and this is from my wife, we have the Indianapolis Colts.
Peyton Manning.
She'd be through the roof if that happened. I say two things for the Colts: a quarterback and an interior offensive line.
Yeah. That's what I think. They need to work on keeping their quarterbacks healthy. AR, if you're gonna go with him, you got to protect him.
Yeah, and he needs time.
And
like Caleb Williams, he needs time.
You may need a couple more receivers.
And you need a tight end to back up.
There you go,
Mo Alley Cox.
Well, yes, exactly.
Because remember, when they had Andrew Luck, they had 3 capable tight ends. Now they only have 1.
Yes, they did.
At 15, the Atlanta Falcons.
A dog collar.
A dog collar.
I mean, you might as well chain old 2 chains to the fence because you ain't letting them go.
My
the money you I probably shouldn't talk about dogs because Michael Vick and the whole.
Yeah.
Either way, in all actuality, I think the Falcons have a good thing going with Michael Penix, as well as having Kirk Cousins in limited numbers, because you're probably going to start switching so that Michael Penix takes over the front seat, and you have Cousins running shotgun.
Yep.
I would say maybe another wide receiver wouldn't hurt. But I think you really got to work on defense when it comes to the Atlanta Falcons.
Agreed. Especially in edge rusher, because they were able to get no pressure on quarterbacks this past year. At 16, we have the Arizona Cardinals.
Activision. Atlanta Falcons. No. The Arizona Cardinals select Activision. I think it's time. I think it's time to put the Kyler Murray experiment to rest. I think you've gotten as much as you can out of him. I don't know if he has that much time left. And the time that we already had wasn't that good. So
right.
Do it. So do I think they probably maybe go for a quarterback? I mean, this is kind of a quarterback weak draft. Not a lot of really top tier guys coming out.
Not a lot.
But I think if you get a good rookie quarterback, and again you get a couple of edge rushers on the defensive side, because if you're good, because in the West you got to contend with CMC.
Yeah.
So you gotta have someone put pressure on CMC, because if I'm anybody in the West, my main objective is beat San Francisco. Because if they get healthy and they run away with this, you will see them in the Super Bowl this year.
At 17, we have the Cincinnati Bengals.
The entire staff of WKRP. Help for Joe Burrow. That's my main
across the front.
Yeah,
across the front.
Help for Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow has shown me, especially this season, he is a very capable quarterback. And he's got a pretty nice wide receiver core. The only thing I would say, he needs a running game to help him.
Yeah, because when they lost Joe Mixon to the Texans, that was a big piece of their
big hole that they did not fill, because they became more of a pass first offense. And that's fine in weeks 1 through 8.
But 9 through 17, you got to have a bell cow running back. Well, you got to have them all season, but they didn't have that type of player.
Right.
At 18, we go to purgatory, the Seattle Seahawks.
A ticket to heaven, because they need to get out of purgatory. Just like the Cardinals, they need a new quarterback.
Yes.
The Geno Smith experiment shouldn't have even started.
Yeah, but then he had that one good year, and then they extended him.
Yeah, one good year.
And they got to one year they got to the playoffs during the Geno Smith experiment, and then what happened? They got drilled by San Francisco.
I was gonna say, like, they had one good they had one good year out of it, where everyone else is bad. As far as Geno Smith goes, I mean, you know what else they could have drafted for? Sierra and Russell Wilson back.
Oh, Jesus.
But no, like I said, they need to get a new quarterback. I think also there needs to be some more receivers, because you can't just keep using DK Metcalf.
Yeah. And DK Metcalf may wind up going elsewhere.
Yeah, that's true too. So you're going to have to worry about replacing him.
At 19, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Oh, gosh. I'm afraid.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tom Brady back. No. Tampa Bay. I mean, Baker Mayfield's a mystery to me. In Tampa, we know what he was like in Carolina. We know what he was like in Cleveland. But here he's a mystery, because he has flashes of brilliance in Tampa Bay.
Right.
And of course, you got, wide receiver 2.0 and Mike Evans. So what you need now is you need a line to keep Baker uptight up front. And you need a good running game. So maybe getting a running back might not be out of the cards. Defense, I would say maybe someone defensive line or someone in the secondary.
Yeah. At 20, there we go.
All right.
You said 21. At 20, the Denver Broncos.
John Elway and the kids of South Park.
Terrell Davis.
The Denver Broncos select Eric Cartman.
Oh, God. Respect my authority.
I mean, Eric Cartman would be a great defensive tackle.
Yeah, he would.
No, seriously. Bo Nix needs a bit more help on the offensive side. So maybe another wide receiver or two, maybe a good slot, or maybe a good tight end.
You went where I was going. They need a tight end.
Yeah, a good tight end, because he's gonna need more weapons and he's gonna need some more help, so that he doesn't throw picks all the time. You want him to be Bo Nix and not Mo Picks.
Right.
So
he guided them to the playoffs. So they got a perfect platform to start with.
Yep. He guided them to
10 wins. and a playoff berth.
Yep. So
They got a lot to build off of.
Yes, they do. Running game as well, too.
At 21.
Oh, boy.
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
The Pittsburgh Steelers select the Chiseled Adonis as their coordinator. Or Caleb Williams, because everyone knows the Pittsburgh Steelers like to get old bear quarterbacks. They
need a quarterback badly.
and they got Justin Fields. Okay.
They need a quarterback badly.
They need to figure it out. They need to figure it out because they're not straying away from it. They're not straying away from what they have now. So chances are they're probably going to go with someone on the wide receiver core to help George Pickens. They need that because you got to get Russell Wilson some more weapons, and you got to get an offensive line. I think he'll be around. I don't think they're going to get rid of him after 1 year. Nor are you going to get rid of Justin Fields, because I think Justin Fields is going to end up being their future, and that's a scary thought.
Very.
Next,
at 22, we have the Los Angeles Chargers.
The Los Angeles Chargers have a dual selection. They select Rey Mysterio Jr. and the city of San Diego. Bring back the San Diego Superchargers, please.
Bring back the San Diego Chargers.
As far as what they go, it's going to be a while for them to get the stink of Brandon Staley off of them. It's going to take a while to get the stink of Brandon Staley off them. What I would hope for is a little more offensive line help for the quarterback.
Yeah. They need a defensive tackle too.
Yeah.
Because Khalil Mack is 34.
Yeah.
You can't depend on Khalil Mack alone.
You can't depend on him forever.
Being a pass rush.
Yeah. So I would say maybe another edge rusher. And actually, I would actually want to see them maybe get a safety.
Yeah.
Safety or a corner, because they need to stop getting beat deep, which unfortunately hurt them.
Yeah, and it hurt them, especially against Houston in the playoffs. The next two picks are NFC Central teams. 23, we have the Green Bay Packers.
Smoked Gouda. That's their pick. Smoked Gouda.
Wide receiver.
Wide receiver. Maybe a center. Someone who snaps the ball more effectively, because there were a couple drop snaps. And again, if you're gonna go with Jordan Love, you need to protect him.
You gotta protect him. At 24, and I know Victor's gonna have a lot of fun with this. The Minnesota Vikings.
Paul Allen's liquor bill. Because I know this next year is going to drive poor Paul Allen to drink.
Like the years before haven't driven him to drink.
I mean, this year I think he's most optimistic because of just how well the Vikings did. And if I'm the Vikings, I would work on this. I mean, Sam Darnold looked decent, pretty good actually. So if you're gonna go with Sam Darnold, get that line shored up. Get a couple of good guards around him.
The Minnesota Vikings, for me, select a different division where they don't have to see the Detroit Lions.
Oh, yeah.
At 25, we have the Houston Texans, and I'll start this one.
Okay.
The Texans' name gets replaced by Oilers.
The Houston Texans select the Moon.
Yes.
And they'll probably name themselves the Strauss with names of the Oilers.
Yes.
CJ had an off sophomore year. Kind of hit that sophomore curse.
Yeah.
What you do there is you get him a little more protection along the line, because he did take a couple more sacks than he really should have. You already have a good offensive setup. You got good receivers. Maybe a tight end couldn't hurt. You already got a running back. And then, of course, on defensive side, I would actually shore up that linebacker room. Maybe a middle linebacker.
Yeah, they need some help. They need some help in that linebacker position. All right. At 26, the Los Angeles Rams, and I'll start this one. The playmaker as their coach.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I would have done the same thing for the Dolphins. The Dolphins select Abe Pizzle as their coach. He'll right.
There you go. There you go.
The Rams need a running game.
Mm-hmm.
The Rams need a running game. They need to be feared again as a rushing, get off the bus running type team.
Mm-hmm.
And they also still have not filled the hole that Aaron Donald left. So that's something I would look at too.
Mm-hmm. Got to look at the line.
Got to look at the line
on both sides.
Yep, got to look at the line, and I would get a good running back.
All right, 27. We have the Baltimore Ravens.
The Baltimore Ravens select a brain for Lamar Jackson. I mean, I shouldn't harp on Lamar.
Yes, you should.
Because this was a lot of coaching errors.
Mm-hmm.
This is a lot of coaching
for John Harbaugh also.
Yeah. This is a lot of coaching errors. There was a lot of times that Lamar Jackson had to throw unnecessary passes or take unnecessary shots because they continuously kept making him run the football.
Yep.
Yes. Can he run the football? Yes, he can. Can he run the football well? Yes, he can. Should he be running the football that many times? No.
But it was one of those times he needed to turn and stick the ball, what did I say, into the belly of Derrick Henry 30 times a game.
You got Derrick Henry for a steal because the Tennessee Titans were so stupid that they let him go.
Mm-hmm. They let him go. Stupid.
What you should have done was shore up your line, get some run blockers in there so they can create lanes for Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry can already bowl people over. We've seen him stiff arm people like nobody's business. That's what you should have went with. So I'm going to say it again. Get you some guards out there. Get you some tackles that can run block and create lanes for Derrick Henry. And if you got to Lamar Jackson, wide receiving is really good. I would say a tight end wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
Defensive side of the ball.
They need a safety.
They need a safety, but they also need some help on the line because they need to provide pressure.
Mm-hmm.
There was no pressure from that defensive line.
At 28, the Detroit Lions. And I also saw this one, a gambling addiction center for Dan Campbell.
I was just going to say the same thing. Gamblers Anonymous for Dan Campbell. Look, does he have a good mind? Sure. He got us he got them to the NFC Championship game. But for goodness sakes, man, all you have not the division round. For God's sakes, man, you don't have to gamble on every fourth down. Not every fourth down is like, can you do it? Can you do the same? He needs to pull back a little bit. Now, in terms of what they really need, I love their receiving core. They got Montgomery. I think maybe another center, maybe another tackle, maybe a tight end. But that's not even a tight end because their tight ends are pretty solid. Mm-hmm. Maybe a couple of bit of line help, but that's it. I think you go defense. You go defense on this one. You need someone in secondary, someone in the linebacker position. Make them afraid to throw the football. Make the opponents afraid to throw the football.
Would you say the same for the Redskins at 29?
Yes, I would. I would also look for another running back because it seems like they really didn't do a lot of running, which I think they should have.
Yeah.
I would say actually get another wide receiver for Jaden Daniels to give him weapons to work with.
Opposite of McLaurin.
Mm-hmm. And they did get Jahan Dotson. No, Jahan was the Eagles. I would say they need to get someone to replace Jahan Dotson. That's what I really meant to say.
At 30, we have the Buffalo Bills.
Blue cheese dressing. Oh, and selection for the Washington Redskins.
Mm-hmm.
The Redskin name.
Yes.
For
the Buffalo Bills, a solid table.
A solid Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley.
A solid table. Forget Devon and Bubba Ray. A solid table for Grossi to go through again.
Honestly, for the Bills, they're very well rounded.
Mm-hmm.
I think any group is just more of an addition, not necessarily an improvement. Because Cook was cooking. They got really great receivers. I would say at the most, maybe another tight end wouldn't hurt.
They're gonna need a run stuffer.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and defensive line.
Yeah, they need a run stuffer. They need someone that can
nose tackle.
Yeah.
Someone on the nose.
At 31, and apologies to Droid, the Kansas City Chiefs.
New referees. Droid's gonna kill me. They didn't help you this time, did they?
No.
No. Or Miss Piggy, to cheer on Kermit the Frog. I mean Patrick Mahomes. No, what they really need is they need someone else to take some of the edge off of Travis Kelce.
Mm-hmm.
He got blanketed this Super Bowl.
He did.
They need some more receivers with sure hands because there were a lot of drop passes.
Yeah.
A lot of drop passes.
Droid to be the first to tell you that.
Yeah. On the
Droid will be the first to tell you that.
So offensive, I would say another tight end or maybe some more receivers. You got Kareem Hunt, so you're already good in there. You got Ian Pacheco, so you're good there. Defensive side, pass rush. We didn't see a lot of sacks. We didn't see a lot of hurries. So maybe some more pass rush, maybe an edge block, an edge rusher or two.
Yeah.
And maybe someone down in the secondary, maybe a corner. A nice aggressive corner couldn't hurt because a lot of those passes that Philadelphia had were at least around 7 to 10 yards. That's where a corner can actually shut that down.
And speaking of the Eagles, they're the last one. Greed.
Yeah. Cool Breeze McCain.
As an advisor.
Yes, as your advisor, the Eagles select Cool Breeze McCain and the Eagles Diva.
God.
Oh man.
And then you know what this Super Bowl did? We talked about it on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Secured Nick Sirianni.
Yep. Sirianni's job is secured for at least another 3 years.
And they're gonna extend him.
Yeah.
Because he brought them a
ring. He brought him a ring. What I would say for the Eagles, make Saquon Barkley the happiest man in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Because he probably will net you another ring. Maybe another tight end or another slot receiver.
You know what the Eagles select?
What's that?
A full-on rematch with a healthy San Francisco.
That would be nice.
Saquon Barkley gets 2.5. Christian McCaffrey gets 2.5. Both quarterbacks throw for 400.
Yep. It'll be like 70. It'll be like 83 to 79. Question on who gets the 83. But yeah, I would say
a full-on rematch, a healthy Eagles team versus a healthy 49ers team in the NFC Championship.
That would be nice.
And this ain't Madden style either. They will put up some points.
Yes.
We'll just say 83-79. It wouldn't go overtime either.
Nope. That's all regulation.
It would be 50 all at halftime.
Yep. 50-50 at halftime.
Everybody's sucking oxygen.
There's already 1,000 yards offense between the two of you.
Mm-hmm. We saw the NFC Championship. Saquon Barkley began with a 60-yard touchdown run. 49ers equal that.
Right.
And then Jalen Hurts says, all right, try this. He throws a 50-yard touchdown pass, and Brock Purdy says, oh, yeah. Drops back and throws a 55-yard touchdown
pass. You go. There you go.
It will literally be back and forth, and both teams will be on the edge of their seats. That is the only time I wouldn't have a stake in the game.
Right.
That would be the only time because I love both teams.
Another joke is the Eagles select the Great Steak and Potato Factory.
Oh, they selected that the night they won in New Orleans.
Man. That's the only time that New Orleans will ever sub out gumbo for cheesesteaks.
Mm-hmm. because they whipped Kansas City's ass.
They did.
They whipped their ass. All right.
And that's going to be one of the biggest things for the Chiefs is now that they've been humbled, now they get back to work.
Mm-hmm.
And I say yes.
I say yes too. I still want that. I still want that Eagles 49ers full-on rematch with both teams being healthy.
Right.
I still want that.
All right. Please come back.
Break. And when we get back, we'll put a bow on this puppy. I need to go to get some coffee.
All right.
Back in a minute.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Are you ready to upgrade your coffee game? Prepare for an invasion of flavor with Invader Coffee. It's the caffeinated elixir that fuels champions, the blend that pushes boundaries. Whether you're battling deadlines or exploring uncharted territories, Invader Coffee has your back. Join the invasion at invadercoffee.com and taste the difference for yourself. Use the code SNOWMAN for 15% off your first order. Invader Coffee, veteran owned.
One of the great things about ordering meals from Mother of Macros is that you can do it from the comfort of your own home. Click the national or local delivery link to access the menu, and we'll ship the meals right to your door. We understand you won't always have time to plan, shop, prepare, and cook to provide healthy nutrition for your family, so the process is simple and saves you hours. We know you're busy, so our meals are professionally prepared and packaged. You only need to heat them up and enjoy. We provide macro-balanced, delicious meals chock full of fresh, local ingredients with none of the stuff you don't want to eat. Plus, our menu changes every week, keeping your taste buds wanting more. We take care of your meals so you can worry about everything else on your list. Mother of Macros.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the high five strangers got. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Quinn. Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BT in years.
KP.
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E Digger.
And then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
The Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from car tips to hot topics to meat beef of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central.
During bad weather, driving can become downright dangerous.
What's your emergency, please?
Trust Battle Vision Storm, the revolutionary glare reduction glasses that turn your sight bright during bad weather at night or during the day. Watch your ordinary vision become extraordinary. Battle Vision Storm uses light-optimizing lenses that block blue rays, so you see clearly in heavy rain at night or blinding snow during the day. Heavy rain, snow, sleet, or fog can make it impossible to drive. Not with Battle Vision Storm. Get your Battle Vision Storm for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get your very own at this low price. There is a strict limit of 4 Battle Vision Storm per order while supplies last. Don't wait, order now.
Call 1-800-483-6319 or visit battlevisionstorm.com. So call 1-800-483-6319 now.
Sports bettors, listen up. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back and in our 30th year of action. With live in-game betting, incredible odds with daily odds boosters, props and parlays, fast payouts, and exceptional one-to-one customer service, we got it all. And when you sign up today and use the code SNOWMAN, you will get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. Log on to betus.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS.com, where the game begins. Attention sports fans, looking for the ultimate gear and apparel to show your team pride? Look no further than Fanatics, the #1 destination for sports enthusiasts. Visit snowmanmultimediasports.com today and shop a wide selection of officially licensed merchandise from your favorite teams and players. From jerseys to hats to accessories to collectibles, Fanatics has it all. Don't miss out on the chance to elevate your game day experience. Head over to snowmanmultimediasports.com/fanatics and gear up like a true fan with Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
It's no secret. Today's consumer wants convenience and likes things on the go. They want to be listened to and receive instant solutions to their queries. This can often make or break the customer service experience. That's why it makes convenient interactions easy for you. Whether your customers want to connect with you via text, Facebook Messenger, Google, Instagram, or website, all messages now come to the one easy-to-use inbox, so you don't have to check a dozen different sites from the platform. From here, you can send SMS or email, answer questions, schedule appointments, take payments, and close more deals simply by messaging back and forth with your customers. When someone searches for a business like yours, they will look at your reviews. So unless you have more positive reviews, they'll choose someone else. Luck makes it easy to collect hundreds or even thousands of reviews from your customers. Simply send a review invitation or create automation that requests customer reviews right after the sale, or maybe right after a service is completed. It will take them 30 seconds or less to leave the review. Now those reviews will show up on the search result and increase your ranking that matters most. Plus, our advanced reporting will show you exactly where your leads are coming from and if your website or ads are doing their job. So why are you waiting? Put your business way in front of your competitors, get more leads, convert more of those leads to paying customers by getting started with today.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Started late, but ended on a good note.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, what's a video game that you never thought you'd waste your time on? You're like, I'm not going to see that. I'm not going to play that. And you couldn't help it.
That's a good question. Honestly, Ace Combat.
Ace Combat?
Mm-hmm. The first time I ever saw it, I know I'm going to date myself for this. Back in the day, we used to have the PlayStation magazine or like any game magazine, and they had what they call the PlayStation Jam Packs. Basically, it was a disc.
Why is the angry video game nerd coming to mind right now?
Right. Basically, it was a disc that had videos and games, demo games of different games.
Mm-hmm.
And one in particular, there's two actually on this one. One was a Japanese game called I Am the Chef, where my brothers are playing it, and I'm like, this game is so stupid. There's no way I'm playing it. I started playing it as bad as he did. Because basically what you were doing was like these small little tasks as a chef. You would chop vegetables very fine.
Mm-hmm.
You would boil noodles to a certain level. You would pour beers, and like depending on how well you did, you would get money and this, that, and that you would fight against the actual like the actual master chef of the game. It was only like only one mission or only one stage.
Right.
It was fun.
Right.
It was fun. But Ace Combat, the first one I had was Ace Combat 2. It was like you fly a plane and you take down other planes. I'm like, this is so boring. Like, I wouldn't waste my time on this.
And then
I watched Top Gun again. Oh my God. I started getting into it. Little did I know that would be the start of something that I absolutely love. Every single Ace Combat game, I own them all. I played them all. I love them all.
For me, I have two of them. And I know I'm going to date the hell out of myself here. The first one is Qbert.
Oh my God, Qbert.
I never thought I'd fall in love with Qbert.
Yeah.
I'm like, who is this ugly? Man, I'm not playing this. I turn around 5 minutes later and I'm sticking all my allowance in that damn game. And the second one, and this is your fault.
Oh no.
NHL 94.
Yeah, when you started playing that, I was shocked.
Told you it's your fault.
When you started, I'm like, what?
I said I would never, ever in life play that game. And Victor came home, we were living together, and Victor came home one night and heard that whistle
Mm-hmm.
and busted the door down and laughed his head off.
Yeah.
You got me hooked on that. You rat.
There's another game. I'm trying to remember which game it was. Actually on a different jam pack was when I started watching start playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. There's another game though.
You know what you got me hooked on watching?
What's that?
What I used to watch you play a lot? Solar Fox.
Oh, Star Fox.
Star Fox. Why did I say Solar Fox? Jeez.
Yeah. Star Fox was one of those fun games because it kind of went back to the old like space shooter games.
Mm-hmm.
All the different parts of it. That was really fun. Oh man. I'm trying to find one name of the game. It was called NASCAR Rampage or NASCAR Madness, something like that, right?
There was a driving game called Cruising
USA, Cruising World. Yep.
I kept seeing people play it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, man, I'm not getting in that game. This is just overbloated pole position. What do you think happened?
You started playing it immediately.
Yep. Soon as they left, I hopped right in the cockpit and started playing it.
Of course. There was this called it's NASCAR Rumble, I think is what it's called.
NASCAR Rumble. Okay.
And so basically, this is just because my imagination is so wild sometimes.
Oh no.
So at the time I was also watching wrestling, and the time that I started playing this game was when the Smoking Skull belt, Stone Cold Steve Austin's got stolen by the corporation.
Yes.
So what we did was, because the way that it worked was that we had our car, and then it would be a bunch of different cars, including like an old RV. They had the DuPont car. They had the RC Cola car. And I just started attaching like different characters to like the RC car was Shane McMahon's car. The old RV was Vince McMahon's car. And we would just start driving like we're trying to bring the belt back to Stone Cold. That was like our little mission story in the game.
I love it.
And the thing was that you get power-ups, like you would get a tornado to like send all the cars flying. You would have you'd have a bumper that would like glow red, so you actually would knock cars off the block.
Right.
Of course, you had invincibility, you had super speed. One time, my brother did this, and I could not believe that he did this until I watched the replay.
Mm-hmm.
They were just started.
Yeah.
And as soon as he started, someone had knocked him and he ended up spinning. So what does he do? He reverses the entire race and won.
What?
He won the race backwards. I was like, no, you. He's like, yes, I did. I'm like, Okay, then.
How?
We played that game so much. Oh my god. I think the DuPont card was Stephanie Mann's because it was rainbow colored. We had one card that was Triple H's. We had one card that was for Patterson and Briscoe. We always said that Vince's card was the old tired up RV. It was funny. It was so funny. But that's another game that I turned out enjoying a lot.
Turbo is one for me. Because I was always particular to pole position. I was always particular to pole position 2, and I hated that seaside track and in pole position 2 because is it the seaside or is the 2 toughest tracks were the Suzuka and the seaside. I hated both of them, and I still kept trying to race them. Could never qualify with the seaside track. And the Suzuka, I got lucky once.
Nice.
Once. What do you think happened on the first turn? Pow! Right into the sign. Right into the Dentine sign.
The Dentine sign?
There was pole position was one of the first video games that had branded props.
Branded props.
Marlboro, Dentine. There were a couple others in there. But
Isn't that crazy?
Dentine
Marlboro was a sponsor they put in the kids racing
in a kids game. Yes, in the 80s. 82, I think. 82, I think that game appeared.
Okay.
But damn it.
Now I'm playing. The games I'm playing now are ridiculous. Like I start playing games that are ridiculously hard, and they're all fighting games. They're like games I have to you have to be very, very meticulous with when you dodge and when you parry, and you're known to die a lot. That's the thing. You're gonna die a lot. They tell you you will die a lot in this game.
Oh my gosh.
You just have to it's just all about training yourself to get better. It's like what we do here. It's like what you do with every game, you know? No 2 games are the same.
Right.
You're gonna have either difficulties or challenges in each of the games that you call, but you stick with it and you get better at it. So
yeah, which kind of explains me today. Because I fell back to sleep this morning.
I know you did.
I woke up. My wife said, you need to feed the critters. Okay. Fed the critters.
You passed back out.
I passed out.
You passed right back out.
I passed right back out. I didn't hear any of my late alarms go off. And the next thing I knew, it was 10:59 and 51 seconds.
Oh my God.
And that's when I sent you all the text message. I'm running a little late.
Right.
I guess to borrow from you, it was 10:59 and 51 seconds.
Yep.
Like, oh hell.
Well, let me hurry up and get on in here.
So I took care of the critters. I got Lucy out. I came back in here, and here we are at the finish line.
Yes, we are.
So we're gonna wrap things up right here. Thanks for tuning in to this twisted, tripped out, late starting Thursday of Snowman in the Morning. Women's basketball tonight. 22nd ranked UConn faces 22nd ranked Creighton faces 5th ranked UConn from Hartford, Connecticut. It's a 7:00 tip. I'll be up at 6:30 with the pregame show. Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they are simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. We are, and we hope y'all are too. So long, everybody. And by the way, Paul George, you a bitch. Bye.